What's up, YouTube? We're excited here today to bring you a video about this awesome game we started playing, and this is our team, TeamFlexQue. My name is Zach, and this is
Orlando.
we're excited about playing this new game. League of Legends, very fun.
Yeah, he dragged me into the league in
hey,
2020. He dragged me into Riftbound in 2025.
that's what it is. That's what you got to do. You got to bring your friends along for the fun ride.
Yeah, man.
But, we both played Magic for about 13, 14 years competitively, playing pro tours, all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah, very high competitive tournaments for Magic. I've personally played a lot of other games as well, like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon a little bit there. Played Star Wars, Lorcana, let it kind of just go. So I have a lot of experience in a lot of games, playing them at a high level. So I just want to take in a Riftbound as well.
Yep. And we just went to SCGCON this past weekend.
Yes.
Played both their tournaments, the 5K and the 10K.
Yes, it was our first showing as a team. Collectively, we both got a top 8 and we both got a top 16.
Hey.
He got the 5K, I got the 10K, and vice versa. So
not bad.
That was really good.
Not bad.
And we also had a friend of ours as well who also got top 8 in the 10K and top 16 on the same exact deck list, same exact sideboard plan, everything.
We were trying to tell people. They got to get on the deck. It was good.
You got to be Master Yi,
You got a Wuju style, dude.
Teemo can't blind me in top lane if I'm on the Rift.
Yup. That's what it was, and that's what it is.
Yeah, it was a really good choice for sure. I kind of took a lot of the testing on myself because he was a little busy before the tournament. I just wanted to try a different Aurora variant, the one that we haven't really tried too much of. And then after doing that, I got impressed myself so much that I found another copy of the deck out thin air so that we could both just take it to the event and excel with it. So
yeah, we were on MF. MF was, it was pretty good. You had the Aurora draws.
He was on MF.
Hey, look, MF was pretty strong.
Yes, we were both on purple. Both on purple. I would
purple cards.
Yes,
purple cards.
They're
good. Remember, they're good.
Yeah.
But we just decided that Aurora is probably the most strongest, best thing you could be really doing in the game right now, and so why not have your turn 3 nut draws all the time? And in the games you don't draw well, you're at least your Master Yi. You can kind of play a good mid range game either way.
So what are you guys' overall records?
Let's
start with day one.
Day one. So day one, personally, I went 6-2, and then
yeah, and I went 6-1-1, made top 8 of the 5K. Actually, intentionally drew in the 7th round and played in the last round, and actually ended up playing against one of the Challenger TCG players on the mirror match. That was a crazy match. I actually beat a double Aurora by them, me no Auroras to close it out. I was like, what just happened? I don't know what just happened. It was crazy.
How were you able to overcome that? If they had two of those on the
So they did hit pretty weak on the Aurora triggers. They hit the Tasty Fae folks a lot early, but also I was just kind of on board. I had the ramp, but no Aurora. So I was kind of on board with a Mountain Drake, a Yi Champ unit. They couldn't really push in with Dead Blooms because then they're trading, or the Dead Blooms just not even up to 12. So it was really hard for them to get in to fight me. And then I had double Rune Prison at the very end, so it's like you have to conquer both sides. You can't conquer both. I got double Rune Prison,
and especially inside the mirror, I noticed that when you play that, you just need to get on base as soon as possible because y'all are both playing the same style. So if you get on base, we're trying to stay there for the rest of the game. Yep. Obviously, your opponent's doing the same exact thing as you, so it's going to be really hard to get through those pushes when you have to devote mana to even get big enough to get into that base. So.
Yeah, and I found that Zonia's was a big player in the mirror as well. It just gives you an extra unit. It's all about who ends up with the last unit.
Yeah, and Tasty. Tasty's also very important. It sucks to hit off Aurora, but in the all Aurora matches, Tasty just being an accelerant plus 6 damage to go into a base is something that, a little bit back to what I was saying with MF, they don't have that. Nope. So in the mirror, that's also very important that you just get 2 guys in at all times.
Goes straight to 8, trades with Dead Bloom Predator, so like they can't even hit Dead Bloom off Aurora. They got to put it in base. And then you're gaining another point.
Yeah.
More advantage, so.
Exactly.
Okay. So that was day one and probably the most impactful match of day one for you. Let's go into day 2. You guys want to talk about overall records for day 2?
Yeah, so I went 6-2 in day 2. Got 16th on the dot. Pretty nice, scratching for them win percentages at the end, but it was nice.
Yeah, personally, I went 6-0-2. In round 7, I played against another undefeated, and we were at the top table. We had the decision to either play that game or draw and possibly play the next round. So we ended up drawing. Next round, I fortunately got paired into the only table in the whole tournament that can draw, so I went 6-0-2. And then the person I drew with played, luckily he won and made top cut. When we got to top cut, we played against each other in top 8. I got that one. Now I play against George. Everybody knows the greatest Kai'Sa player in the world.
Oh yeah.
Play against him inside top 4. Had some really back and forth games there. And I lost the finals to Annie, which that was a very close game. I was holding both bases for game, but then to ride the win later, I was dead. So
Yep. You actually played George and Swiss too.
yeah, I did play George in the Swiss. My 5th and 6th round. So the 5th round, that match was against the set player, Colin, the greatest set player in the world right now. By God, when I play against him, you can just tell the difference of a set player. It actually made me play set at locals because I realized there's actual levels to playing that deck with all of the different interactions and mana management and everything like that. And then right after that, I had to play against George inside a crazy 3-game match. First game we played, I played 1 card. It was a Master Yi, and I died.
Yep.
So he went time warp, you're dead. I was like, okay, we go next game. Got the next 2. Third game I drew pretty well as well, and that let me get into the double draw. So
Yeah, you got the licks back for him beating me in top cut of the 5K.
yeah, he beat him, and then he beat him. Didn't he beat you twice?
No.
No, that was me.
Yep.
And then and then Ryan as well. That's our buddy that was playing in tournament. He got him in top 8 inside of some pretty grindy matches. George plays Kai'Sa very well. It was
it was impressive what he was doing with that. I felt like it was a way different experience when playing versus George than any of the other Kai'Sa players.
Yeah.
No slack to the other Kai'Sa players, but we were farming y'all. We were farming y'all.
Yeah. There's a very big difference. Very big difference.
I only lost to George and Kai'Sa. Everybody else took L's.
Yeah.
So, it was pretty good.
So how was the event overall? How was it Rand, SCGCON stepping in, promoting Riftbound? Overall, how did it feel being there? Give us kind of the sense of people that weren't there, how the environment was.
Man, that environment is so easy to just chill in. Everybody is just laid back. Everybody kind of knows what's going on. No one's getting mad about rulings or anything like that. I think it was ran pretty well. We didn't get any deep timers or anything like that. Very well won tournament. Judges were pretty nice, very understanding of certain things. Everybody was just there to have a really good time and learn because it's one of the first big events that we've had. So
Yeah, and Star City runs a pretty good show.
Yeah.
Even we weren't even the main event; we were just side events basically for them. But we still had 150 some players in the 5K, 200 and something in the 10K.
Yeah.
They had everything running real smooth. The only time I think we had maybe 2 times where we were overtime by a decent amount, but there was a judge call, time extension, deck check.
Yeah, it was like Kai'Sa
what are you
versus
gonna do?
Victor with the deck check. You can't stop that from
what are you gonna do?
going crazy like that.
Yeah. So.
Well, since we've had all that talk about the tournament, why don't we get into a deck tech?
Let's show the deck. Yeah.
We go.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Bladesman. I'm a bladesman.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, so here comes
So
the
mighty.
deck tech. All right. So we played Master Yi. This character is very good for the simple fact of whenever you defend alone, it gets +2 might.
Yep.
So no matter anything that you have is always giving a buff on defense, and it makes it where you can really maintain your battlefields. Very easy split of 6 and 6. Kind of just want to be able to use both of the runes. I wouldn't say one is more important than the other, but you need to be able to cast Aurora with 2 orange runes or body runes, and then you also need to play your Defies, your Rune Prisons, Tasty Fave Folks, Accelerated. So it's a really even split, not really big strain in the deck as well.
Yep.
So got our battlefields here. We got Aspirant's Climb. Aspirant's Climb increases the points by 1. So when you play against Annie, we actually have the sideboard package here, where we sideboard into a 2-drop, and then another 2 drop when we play against them. And then that lets us side out our auras. And then some configuration of Mountain Drake and Zonias. So the fact that we have this makes it where game 1 we have enough time to do the Aurora plan, and usually we do get that game because them getting 9 points is very, very difficult.
Yep.
But game 2 and 3, you don't want to be at Aurora because you do not have the extra point. So then we go into one of Annie's worst matchups.
Yep, mid-rangey.
Exactly. So that's basically the game plan we had, and we just want to be an unbeatable Aurora deck in game 1. And that's what Aspirin's Climb gives us.
Basically, a guaranteed winning game 1 is going to give you a way higher % chance to just win one of the last break-even games.
Yes. So then brings us to our second one, Volmog's Lair. So this is actually very big against the purple decks because when you're at this base or this battlefield, you can't move from it. So you can't fight or flight my guy away or your guy away. If you ride the wind, you have to go to the other base.
Now, you can't charm it back to base.
You can't charm. So
you don't do that.
Yeah, this guy tried charm on his Volmog, which it's a legal play. It just doesn't move. He told him put his charm in the drop, and it doesn't work. But we usually choose this when we're going first. We just want to kind of stabilize while being on the play because our game plan is strong enough to win most games. Locking people there for our Dead Bloom Predators and our Master Yees is really strong, so we could continue to conquer battlefields and keep threat light boards.
Yeah, you notice a lot of players will move their units off base on the turns you're about to Dead Bloom or Aurora, but when you have Volmogs, they're stuck.
Exactly. And like I was saying, just with the Dead Blooms, just keeping something there is just so good. And then if they can't move off your Auroras, they're having a higher percentage of hitting Dead Bloom, and then it's always going to gain that point right back to you.
Yep.
So that's very important. This is one that we knew was going to be in the deck, but we weren't sure if we wanted going first or second. We always chose second unless it was Annie or Victor. That was kind of our thought process on it. But then we kind of realized we just want to be a strong deck. And if they just deckhand us on turn 1, we can overcome that with the speed of going second. The best part about Obelisk Power going second is that you can just play Catalyst of Eons, channel 2 runes, and if you can't channel 2, you draw a card. Even if you only have 1, you channel 1, and then you still draw a card because you did not channel 2, which comes up so much in this.
A lot. Actually.
Yeah. And then you just go to 6, and then now you're at 8. Now you're dropping Dead Bloom Predators.
Tasty Faithful.
You always have Yi. Like, just having Yi up for 1 mana interaction afterwards is just so strong. So that's kind of like where we ended up. So we always just, whenever you're going second, Obelisk of Power, put yourself on 4 runes. You can blow any deck out the water.
Yep.
Going to our champion unit, we got Master Yi. So he has ganking, so he could go in between both battlefields. And the way that Volmog's Lair reads is that units can't move from here to base. So we could abuse it and still go back and forth with our ganking ability. When this comes into play, enters ready, 7 mana, 1 power. Live games, when you're at 8, you can play Yi, still play Aurora afterwards, which is one of the reasons why we chose it instead of MF. If you play MF before those turns, really can't play Aurora.
Nope.
Just good threat, defends as 8, always comes in ready, so you're never like down, and you got pretty good card. Then Defy, one of the best green cards that you have. This stops Ride the Wind, Axes, Smoke Screen's a big one.
Defy.
It's defying their Defy. Yeah, that comes up a lot actually. Yep. Other Rune Prisons, in the mirror match, countering their ramp spells. Like if they could go Catalyst, you want to defy that. Just a good all-around card.
Mm-hmm.
Sabotage.
Yeah,
Sabotage, basically, what we liked about this is we have 1 main, 1 board, and certain matchups you kind of want one or the other more, or you want the 2 and 2 package. But one thing about this card is good against every matchup. game 1. So that's why it's just a 1 of, kind of good space. Charm, best green card, probably one of the best green cards.
It's close.
It cheats the way that you play the game, so you can just move any of their things anywhere. So you can move the base to.
You're coming to this match and you're dying.
Yeah.
That's what's really.
So basically, the interaction that you do is you charm into our guy, and then we charm to our guy. Our unit is defending alone, so we get +2 on our turn. So it forces them to attack us, which they don't want to do against the
Yep.
Only 1 power, really strong card. Kind of shores up a lot of stuff, especially since you don't have removal spells. 2 discipline. This card's pretty good. It kind of gets over a lot of numbers. Like you have really big guys with your Dead Bloom Predator. It's going to get +2 off of your leader effect. Go to 10. That's a Darius plus an axe. And then you could give it +2 again, put it to 12, and now you just blew them out the water.
Yep.
And draws a card. Sometimes you gotta just buff their guy, draw a card because you have a little bit of a clunky hand. It's just a really good.
Yeah. I buffed a Kaisa, drew a Catalyst. It's pretty good.
Yeah. You just win the game randomly because you're like, buff your guy, I'll draw a
what
card.
happens.
Yep, exactly. Then we got Rune Prison. This is very
So good.
This card
Oh
impressed me so much. Just stunning a unit at action speed makes you win so many combats by just holding. They have to devote so much
already just to getting in
there, and then you just stop it. One big thing, it stops Vi Ride the Wind.
Yep, for the whole turn.
And on paper we're like, yo, that's really good. And then you watch them do it in person, and they have to put their whole drop into the bottom and then go for it. So the turn afterwards, they can't even Vi Ride the Wind again because they don't even have a discard pile.
And realistically, they're going to need at least 3 or 4 turns to refill, and by then you're probably winning that game.
Yeah, especially if they didn't think about it, they might have actually put everything on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Here, got rant spell number 1. This is the extra one, the really good rant spells, so that later on you can draw. One of the biggest things about this deck, it gets to 12 mana so fast, so you're just kind of play your rant spells and draw a card.
Yep.
Like Magic, your rant spells don't draw a card when they don't work, and that's a very huge part of why this game is so fluent, because all cards do something at every point.
Yeah, I really like that aspect of it too.
Yeah. Challenge, another one of our 1-ofs. I really was trying to find a way to play a second one after the 5K. I could not think of a way to fit. Just the deck felt so really good, and nothing I really changed. This is very good against Kaisa in general. Not just the deck, just the unit Kaisa. Just being able to get things that are in base off is also very important.
Sometimes they play a Vi early, and you just want to get rid of the Vi.
Yeah, because they know we're light on removal spells, so it's a lot safer to play a Vi early. But if a challenge ever catches you, it feels so bad.
I tell you what, almost all of my opponents, when I challenged them, they were not very happy afterwards.
Yeah,
never.
And especially when they're moving in, and then you could challenge across, and then it's not even involved, and
then it heals, and then they
have Azonias, and it's
not good.
Yeah,
it's only good for us. That's why we put the deck.
Yeah.
Speaking of Zonias,
triple Zonias, hidden spell. Next time friendly unit would die, kill this instead of recall it. This also gets around Vile Malls because it does not count as a move, and it's just really good protection for the whole deck. We're just big dudes. If you kill all of our big dudes, we die. We don't want to die, so we're gonna just Zonias. We don't have a lot of interaction, like we've said. We do have Rune Prison's challenge disciplines. Sometimes you just need your stuff to stick, so that discipline, challenge, White Flame Protector, those cards have targets so that we could really benefit.
Yep.
Find your center. Broken rant spell, 3 mana.
So good.
Draw a card, channel 1 rune. Action, so you can even hold it, wait till their turn. They might score on that turn, so it costs 1, and then it's just a free cycle. It's like the other rant spells, they just keep drawing.
Yeah, I was holding this up and Defy at one point. It was pretty good.
Yeah, you get to decide if you need to ramp or not. You don't have to put your shields down. 1 wind wall. Don't take this out. The amount of time warps that have counter game 1 is insane, because all of your cards draw a card. Find your center, catalyst, mobilize, discipline, Tasty, like Dazzling Aura is taking all of your creatures out of your deck. Like this is just like a moving, just going. So these one-ofs that we're playing here will find them most games. And it's also very relevant because Defy cannot counter things that have 2 or more power.
Like Rebuke's a big one.
Yes. This hidden Rebuke, very important.
Falling
Rebuke,
Star.
Falling Star. This Falling Star kills our Yi. So that's very important. Very good one up. We have another one on the board, kind of the same thing as the Sabotage. Just really want an extra one just in case. Best ramp spell that you could have. Going forward to 6, and then next turn you go to 8. Oh, your whole deck is live besides Aurora.
I feel like the games where I play Catalyst, it's like vastly different from the games.
Yeah. I get up a lot faster
when
I play Catalyst. It's just your deck just goes to 10 as soon as you play that card. And having Yi so that you can play Yi the turn after, still having access to Aurora, very huge.
Yep.
And they have to devote so much to Yi that your Auroras get lights out so much. Here we go. Tasty Faithful. This guy looks pretty weak when you first start playing the deck, but you realize it's actually the vocal point. When you devote a Dead Bloom Predator for save, right? This costs 2 power. But Tasty Faithfolk either costs 0 or 1 while also getting you 2 back. So no matter what you do, it's plussing you a rune when it dies. Yeah.
I know a lot of times where I just played it as a 7 going into the Aurora turn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then you have a strong Aurora turn coming up after that.
It's less of a I have to hit Predator. You don't get that feeling as much when Tasty's involved in the scenario. So very good. It's really good against Kaisa. Like I know they can Falling Star and everything like that, but it lets you double spell every turn because you're just gonna have all of your runes and filter out.
You're like 3 for 1 Kaisa if they Falling Star you.
Mm-hmm,
like...
exactly. And then what if I have a buff? I just go Discipline.
Yeah.
And then it's like
and they're forced to commit way more into it.
White Flame Protector. Only 2 of this. I know a lot of people have played 3 in the past, but it's pretty clunky. And I kind of just like the 3rd Mountain Drake over it. This just gets over really big boards that just got there when they really shouldn't have. They were playing against like Victor, the mirror match, playing it Set. Set's like one of the more important ones because they can't really use any combat tricks on you because this is one more than their biggest combat trick. Really good there.
White Flame definitely came in clutch for me a few times where I was like, oh, I can only draw White Flame. Oh, White Flame, you're dead.
Yeah, for me, I never drew it. I only revealed it off of Aurora as a vanilla 8, but defending as a 10, super strong.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dead Bloom Predator. Everybody knows about the Predator. Like, this card, deflect, play to any board, revealing it off of Aurora, just playing them out your hand is so strong. It also defends as a 10 in Yi, like most things, and it's just an all-around beast.
I can't believe they printed a card that says coming to play, gain a point, kill an opponent's unit. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then we're like, at the end of your turn, I'm going to kill your guy, gain a point, and keep going. And you also have to put 10 damage into me to get back.
Through deflect. Good luck.
So strong.
It trades with Darius Cleave.
It does trade with Darius Cleave.
That's all you really need.
Trading is huge. So Mountain Drake. We played 3 of these. You might have seen people play Volibear, but like I said about my deck choices, I really like to be able to play the game at all times, and Volibear costing 12 is not real.
Volibear no good.
You can't cast it. And I just like the no power costs. Sometimes when you ramp and you don't have War and you just go Mountain Drake, it buys you so much time. This card defends as a 12.
Beats everything, honestly.
I don't even know what combination of cards that are 2 to make it like.
This Accelerator Watcher doesn't even get over this thing.
It does not. Yeah, it puts the 7, goes up to 9. You got to put at least 2 more in there. And that's just hoping I don't have anything in response at the same time.
You try to cleave, you get defied, lose the game.
And this card's really good at finishing up the game. Because you just have these bases with 8 power on it. They're trying to get up to 10. And then you just slap Mountain Drake and now it's an 18.
Double it. Yeah, like what are they going to do?
You're like, whoa, okay. I thought I had to get to 10. Now I get to 18. That's double. And then the Lord and Savior.
Best card.
Dazzling Aurora.
Best card.
This card shouldn't have been printed. But I'm happy that it's printed because it's not.
I
that
like
playable
this card.
today.
I ain't gonna lie. I actually like it. I'm probably one of the only people that's gonna say that. I had so many people in the event saying, "I'm tired of seeing Aurora. These freaking Aurora players." I'm like, yeah,
It's me.
it's
I
me.
don't.
Just
I
sitting
don't
here
provide the good gameplay.
putting my Master Chief Champ unit. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it's just
There was a lot of Aurora at our
there was
event.
a lot of Aurora. It made us feel very content with our decision.
Aurora
Just being
Kaisa.
like,
Not a lot of Annie either.
No, not a lot of Annie. It was getting kind of bad for the Annie because I don't believe it has the greatest Yi matchup, especially now that we're Aspen's Climb, because you win game 1 almost every time, and if they get game 2 with Arena's greatest, they're not winning that Dreaming Tree game most of the time.
Yeah, they're not very favored on Vile Malls either.
No, they're not. Yeah, they're on Dreaming Tree and you're on Vile Malls. It's kind of like, yeah, buddy, you're not really comparing. But I did lose 2 in the finals. Very close game. But
Yep.
got the extra sabotage and the extra wind wall. Just for like Kaisa mirror match. It kind of just, if you feel like the card's good, add another copy. That's kind of.
Yeah, there was a lot of times where I was doing like take the Sabo out for the wind wall, or take the wind wall out for the Sabo. Like against Kaisa, you want both because there's Time Warp, Rain, Falling Star, even Smoke Screen. I wind wall Smoke Screen. Like get that thing out of here. That's too much.
Just I need to hit whatever you're doing,
or just stopping the Darius from coming in off of the untap or something like that.
And last things are the 2 drops that I referenced earlier. These are for Annie and Victor. This makes the call to the weeks. So this is for Victor, and this is for Annie.
Yeah.
Just if you can ever get Poro on turn 1 against Annie, it defends as a 5. Like just because it just has shield, goes to 3 +2 from the Yi. And then that's just so much that it really lets you get to your 7-drop Yi, Predators, Tasty Fae folks without them being in combo range.
Yep.
Clockwork. This card doesn't feel the greatest, but it's the best other 2-drop. So we're kind of thinking about trying some 3-drops and taking a different approach with the deck. But we're gonna see how that pans out coming up in these next skirmishes coming this weekend.
Yep. And then we really got set 2 to work on after this.
Yes. My man will be going to Vegas.
I will be in Vegas, so hopefully you'll see me with either a shiny metal card or a top 8 play mat. Not a dap up. Not just a dap up.
But as long as you come home, you will get dap up from me.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? TeamFlexQue representing.
TeamFlexQue. Yeah, so that's basically just the deck. I felt like it was a very, very good choice for it. I got 2nd place and then got 9th place, and then he got top 4 and 16th.
Yep.
So that went really well. One of our other friends, Ryan, he got 8th, well, top 8. I don't know what place he exactly got.
He got 14.
And then got 14th in the 5K. So really good showing, really showed out. I appreciate everybody taking their time to really watch this video and giving us a chance and showing us love on X. That's been very cool.
Yeah, that's been really nice. Yeah, so many people like seeing the post, Challenger TCG, repost and stuff. It's been nice. The community's been good.
Yeah, I love it. So hopefully we're going to be making a lot more content for y'all. And y'all have a great time.
Yep, y'all have a great one. See you later.